Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this All Signs Tarot reading. This message is for my kindred souls and it's timeless, so I trust that you will find this when you are meant to. Now let's see what it is that you are meant to hear at this moment. I've already pre-shuffled, so let's go ahead and cut the decks together, beginning with the good old archetypes. Number 1, the medallion. That's so funny that this comes up. I was literally, I don't have internet right now, so I haven't been able to watch anything, online that I want to. I haven't been living on YouTube like I tend to. So really, it's been helping me reset my habits, if you will. But an episode, I do have all of Buffy on DVD. Yes, even still. And can you guess which episode I literally just watched a little bit ago? If you said The Wish, you're right. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. It involved a necklace that was very similar to this, except instead of a clear quartzy diamond looking center, it's green, a dark green, not unlike very popular designs that have been all over the place lately. And yeah, let's see. Since I don't see this one very often, I don't know it as well as I wish, so thank you for bearing with me. The amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet, when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held on to for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. What I'm feeling is a recognition or needing to recognize that there's something being held on to. Maybe it is an object. This feels like it's trying to point out an actual literal object though, right? Maybe, either way, it's something that you've been holding on to that is now officially out of habit. It served its purpose and it's time to let it go. Maybe, it's meant to be in a keepsake box, until it's time to pass it on to someone else. Maybe it's already time to pass it on, right? Maybe there's something, for someone, there's something that you've been choosing to not acknowledge, utilize. There's something someone has been holding off on. But the majority of us, It's time to let it go. It no longer serves. It was in our lives for a reason, and now, I just thought, had the thought, the student has surpassed the teacher. So maybe that resonates with someone. Okay, let's move on to the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. Garden. Wow, the colors match. Fam, look at that. I love it when that happens. Something lovely will grow from this. Yet another card that I don't see too often. Someone has been through quite a lot. I think most of us, hello, what was this intro for this video? What was I saying? I'm having difficulty with this vibe. Ooh, this is the final card in the initial first section of princess cards. We've left the castle. Either we sit around and dwell on our pain, or we learn how to grow something lovely out of it. Ready or not, it's time for the next chapter of your life. Do the thing you feel you most need to do in order to aid your healing, even if it feels selfish. Sometimes it needs to be a little selfish in order for it to work in the long run. Worry about focusing on you for now. I don't know about you, fam, but I've been taking care of my mother for over a decade now. And I've been having to recognize that it's time for me to let her go where she can be taken care of by professionals. It's not to say that I haven't done the classes, that I haven't, been able to take care of her. I have. But I've been recognizing that it's time for me to move on. And for me to trust that she'll be okay. It's not like I'm going to lose her. Not right now anyway. It's not time. But that responsibility I'm going to start crying. That responsibility has been on my shoulders. You know what I mean? Partly because what I experienced from her, I don't wish on anyone else. So maybe it'll help somebody else to hear that. And I choose to trust that. To everyone else, thank you very much for your patience. This is your reminder that I too, and all other tarot readers, are also human. I find it very interesting that these two cards came up together and that they match. I find it very interesting that I felt compelled to grab my citrine, my sweet bleached out citrine. We're in the new chapter, fam. It is official. And in many ways, it can be very bittersweet. And that's okay. Honor yourself. Continue honoring yourself. And a part of honoring yourself is honoring your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and the fact that you are capable of having them. Through all of that survival mode and all of those times of needing to turn the other cheek, of needing to be strong, forgive yourself for the things done while in survival mode. Forgive yourself for the things said when you didn't know any better, when you had a reaction, right? Something lovely will grow even from this. It's time to lighten the mood back up, fam. It's time for clarification. Let's go. Let's cut the deck for the tarot cards. Chapter 1. Wow. I see that we're continuing the theme of yellow. Yellow like the new dawn, fam. Whatever hemisphere you are living on right now at the time of watching this, whether it's when I upload it or later, there's always a dawn. Maybe you're in the northern part of Sweden and it's going to be a minute before you see it, but guess what, fam? The clocks are still ticking. And that dawn, that glory, is either way, wherever you are, whoever you may be, is coming from within you. There's clarity entering life now. We have left Scorpio season at the time of this. That was quite a season for transformation, wasn't it? And we have gained clarity. We have won this round. And we are being watched over and cared for by the universe, by the divine. We are fulfilling our purpose. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of disorientation, and that doesn't get to join us in this new chapter. As long as you were open to it, you shall receive. What's chapter 2? Damn, it just keeps coming up. Oh, the thing that I'm really loving right now, and have been, if you're returning. Hi, thanks. My name is Amy. If you're new here, it's so nice to meet you. Hey. Is she's dressed like the high priestess. And this person is dressed a bit like the fool, maybe even the page of wands. And they're coming together. This union, whether it's love, it may be love either way, right? There are different forms of love. This could be the two parts of yourself, your soul, your intuition, coming together finally in beautiful, its own beautiful synchronicity, right? But I feel like in this new chapter, you have someone coming into your life that you're going to be able to build something wonderful with them. And this is going to be a very healthy union. For some, this is going to be the truest and most unconditional of love. For others, this is a sign of wonderful friendships, partnerships, either way, that are everything you have been trying to manifest, that you have been wanting to manifest. It's time. It is officially time. If you want it, if you are open to it, it's time. Chapter 3. Oh. This person is going to help you continue to fulfill your desires, your wants and needs. Maybe there are things that you've been struggling to work on, You know, maybe you're a singer, but you don't play any other instrument. Your voice is an instrument. Thank you. So says another singer. I know that I joke around with my singing a lot, especially with the clarification time and all that groovy shit, but I am actually a singer. Maybe you're about to meet someone who's a guitarist or a drummer. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a drummer who is not already in a band? I bet you do. Especially if you live anywhere near Seattle. Moving on. So, this person is going to help you. I get this feeling that otherwise people are feeling feeling young again. There's this new sensation entering life that in and of itself may be disorienting for some because you're simply not used to it. Fan, welcome to your new normal. It looks good on you. You are so deserving of this, okay? I don't want to hear any ands, ifs, or buts about it. This cheerleader, I never technically was. By the time, I was already smoking cigarettes by that point. It just wasn't gonna, the grades alone. Did you know that in order to be a cheerleader, you need to have good grades? Who would have thought? Anyway, you're meant to be an example to your classmates and such, right? For others, there's something you've been working on, that you've been tapping back into, that you haven't really allowed yourself or been allowed, whichever applies, since childhood. That freedom to be creative, or feelings and emotions that you haven't felt or allowed in a very long time. And you've been healing that inner child. And that is part of what's enabling you right now. But I really am getting a strong sense that someone's coming in to help. Those things that you've been ignorant on, that you have felt lacking on, but wanting to learn, wanting to not be ignorant on anymore, someone's coming in that's going to help you with that. Maybe they'll be older than you, even if only by a few years or a few months. Maybe it's someone from your childhood that you haven't seen in a long time, and your paths are about to cross again. And it's going to be wonderful. Ooh, my foot itches, my left foot. I just got this weird thing on the top of my foot. That was wild. Anyway, ow, it kind of hurts a little bit. What in the what? If anybody knows offhand, what that kind of sensation can mean, especially in a moment like this, because it's really distracting me. Okay, better. Moving on to chapter 4. There we go. I love that she's coming underneath garden. Fam. We're still in the yellow family. If you dislike the color yellow, I'm sorry, not sorry, okay? Here comes the dawn. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. The Queen of Wands is not only royalty. She's not only the witch of the tarot, might as well be the magician being drawn and thrown onto the table. She's not only matching the color scheme, she's courageous. She's a survivor. She's been through so much. The trials and errors of life. She's learned from her mistakes. She still has that creative drive and passion fully intact. And she has her own familiar right there, her own beings that help her. She's not only taking care of her kingdom and providing the feminine, divine feminine balance. She's very courageous and brave. I know what else sunflowers signify, but ever since learning that I'm autistic, that's all I can think of. So maybe I have some fellow autists. I'm ADHD, is like how I like to pronounce it. Maybe you're tired of everybody blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what, fam? It's about frickin' time as far as I'm concerned, because a lot of us have been very confused for a very long time. And as far as I am concerned, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but if you were born female, if you're AFAB and diagnosed with ADHD and the like your whole life, maybe you should learn what autism really, how it presents in humans, not what doctors try to tell us, because the system's really screwed us over this whole time. And it's really only been the past decade that they've been realizing, oh, it's not just boy brains. No, it's not. It's the human brain. To know is so much better than to be ignorant when it comes to oneself. Right? And Autism Speaks is a hate group. Moving on. What's coming underneath the Ace of Swords? You've been needing clarity. You've been needing peace of mind. Please don't fall back on old habits. This is your reminder that that was then and this is now. And something lovely will grow from this. We still have yellow. We still have gold going on. This is a dark night of the soul. And what's something that when you're able to be open to it, that can come from a dark night of the soul? Epiphanies, right? Sometimes hitting that bottom helps you to realize, whatever it is, right? To each their own. There's so many things that we can relate to one another with. Like, I feel like with tarot readers, we're kind of like actors in the sense of we have our own life experiences and such to be able to tap into, right? To be able to know words to put to things, right? But, then there's the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, all of those, sure. But please don't grab a shovel and start digging. When you find yourself looping in that anxiety, please remember that's not where you belong. Clarity is being presented to you. Please accept it. These swords are up on the wall. They're not in this person's hands. This person is dwelling. They're dwelling. They're not letting go. But you are, aren't you, fam? What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that's time to let go of? What is the clarity that is being shared with you? The clarity that you needed. And remember that what follows the 9, the 10. The 10 of Swords is a painful card. It speaks of a painful past and experience and a lot of self-infliction. That doesn't need to follow us, fam. What is it that you now know better about? Because you're surviving. You have every right to, as long as you're breathing. May you have options. May you have choices, and may you know them. May you have access to them. But something tells me that this anxiety is simply not necessary. So if you need to be doing affirmations to help retrain your subconscious how to be nice to you, you've had to deal with a lot of toxicity and negativity, and that's what your subconscious is trained on. That's what it's been dwelling on and spitting back out at you. And that's what you're working on. That clarity, that retraining of your subconscious, huh? At least someone. Is it just me? Okay, moving on then. There we go. Let it go. Let it go so that something lovely can grow from it, because it wants to. It's like at the same time, you know it. Look at how these are lining up. Let it go. You've reached another checkpoint. Let love in. Let joy in, for you are capable of gratitude. You are more than capable of pulling this all off. You are capable of love. You are capable of joy. You are capable of your hopes and dreams coming to fruition. You do have the strength. You do have the courage. It's all within you. And it's time to transform. It's time for alchemy. What's coming underneath the Six of Cups? There she is. They go hand in hand. This person, I always say that I think they're holding their own bonds. They're holding their ropes, and they can drop them at any time and remove that blindfold. They have imprisoned themselves. They did this. You know the way. You've seen examples. You've seen synchronicities. You know the way. And you just need to trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. And therefore, the process. Otherwise, what are you doing? Your manifestations cannot come to fruition unless you allow them. All right? You are not the same person you were a month ago, a year ago. You are no longer the same person who made those previous mistakes. Let that side of you go. Let them go. You did what you needed to do. Maybe it's not somebody else that you need to forgive anymore. Maybe it's yourself. And if you're like, I'm trying, okay, please keep it up. Whether you need to go to the mirror and look yourself in the eye and say, I love you. I accept you. I honor you. Or not. more yellow. This is the fulfillment of your hopes and dreams, and it is coming up underneath the Queen of Wands, fam. That's a lot of cups. That's a lot of swords and a lot of cups. I wish that we could go back in time and save one another from particulars. I wish that they didn't have to happen in order to grow and learn. But I also don't want to take that growth away from you. I don't know what your soul contract is, if you believe in that. I do. But I do believe that you are capable, because that's what we're being shown here, fam. Everything's coming to fruition. So please continue your affirmations, continue growing, continue nurturing this garden within you. As cheesy as that may sound, please keep it up. You are so very deserving. I have a feeling that the majority of you've never deserved this self-annihilation, the self-deprecation. Why are you so self-deprecating? Who taught you that? Why do you second guess yourself? You're one smart cookie, all right? And you do deserve to be fulfilled. You do deserve it. So says me. What is the epilogue to this story? Wow. So last time, if I'm not mistaken, we saw the Two of Wands, and I told you that you have the world in the palm of your hand. How's that for continuity, fam? What's on the bottom of this? Holy cow pie, Batman. There's the balance. A king and a queen. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Like I said, this could be you and yourself working in sync together. Your mind, your heart, your soul. Just a full acceptance of yourself. You don't need the hand-me-downs. The things that others taught you in the past, like, whatever was going on before, served its purpose. In the skeleton in this deck, there's still a lot of gold and yellow happening here. Please be kind, not only to others, but also to yourself, okay? Let yourself off the hook already. That hook doesn't belong to you. Not anymore. Believe that. Believe your right to this life. Your birth was your permission to live, okay? And anyone telling you differently is simply on their own healing journey and doesn't know any better. And that is on them. You officially have the world in the palm of your hand. And you and all of your hard work has set this into motion. Please continue healing. Please continue growing. The cost of this new chapter is your old self. Okay? What are the extra notes? No. That was then, this is now. Actually, I'm going to put that right down here. Suffering the consequences of others, eh? Where and what is the resolution? Instead of hitting rock bottom and choosing to grab a shovel, please grab a ladder. You are the light, and you have every right to it, okay? Oh. I mean, I also have Go Ask Alice somewhere in here too, so don't worry about it. I want to put this up here. Someone's coming to help you, fam. There's a lot that you are capable of, but those things that you've been asking for help on, you're receiving it. As long as you are open to receive, as long as you understand that you are deserving, you will receive. It's coming. They are coming. What's on the bottom of this deck? Oh man, that's right. I kind of put it there, didn't I? Whoever is still hanging around that you've been concerned about, please tell me they're not considered your friend. What did I say before? Your birth was all the permission you needed. This is the dancer of the tarot, fan. Shall we? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for continuing to try. There's something so special within this community, within the vibe of those that this reading is for. I know that I referred to you as my kindred souls in the beginning. I'm healing too, fam. I'm still right here with you. Thank you for keeping me company this whole time. I really, really do appreciate it. And always remember that I love you.